With me in the studio to my right, Rahul Narvekar. Earlier, till recently with the Shiv Sena, I switched sides. I keep getting confused. You're with us. You haven't gone back to the...
I'm here to remind you, don't worry.
You haven't gone back to the Shiv Sena, have you, in the last 20
Well, have you heard of it?
You never know. You know, nowadays, politics...
Well, I'll let you know if there's anything of the sort.
Please,
don't worry.
Please.
You don't need to preempt it.
We'll carry it as breaking news.
Of course.
Prem, and if you join the Congress party, you can let Sanjay Jha know. Sanjay Jha stays with us on the debate.
I will let you know that first, even before...
You haven't gone to the NCP yet. Prem Shukla, Executive Editor of Dopair Ka Samna, represent the Shiv Sena point of view. Asifa Khan of the BJP and Tanveer Sadiq of the National Conference. You know, he hasn't joined the PDP yet. Thank you very much. But I must say, everybody goes everywhere now. It's quite incredible. Prem Shukla.
Will not accept us. If Rahul joins us, we'll be more than happy.
Which Rahul? Rahul Gandhi or Rahul Narvekar?
The Rahul sitting on the left side of yours.
So this is what happens when you switch too many jobs. You start getting job offers on television. Sharad Pawar won't like it. Don't smile.
Well, there are too many offers coming around for you as well, I guess.
Now, shall we chat about that? Or
Yes, question. Anyway, I'm glad we are in good humor today. Because Ramdas Kadam, we had thought till now would face an FIR. We thought that the state government would act against him. But just because the state government is weak, incompetent and has let him off the hook, can you defend what he has said here? I mean, by trying to create open Hindu-Muslim tension. By saying that by saying the basis is when Narendra Modi comes, basic thing is, we are going to fix people from a minority community. That is the basic import. Giving everything a religious stereotype, targeting and making Muslim community insecure, saying when Narendra Modi comes, watch out. Is this the politics that the Shiv Sena has now descended to?
No, never.
Irrespective of whether or not...
Shiv Sena never plays such politics.
But have you taken any action against Ramdas Kadam?
Please listen me. I will explain it to you. First of all, our Shiv Sena Paksha Pramukh, respected Uddhav Thackeray ji, has clearly explained that we are not against any community and we have nothing to do with it. The other thing, when you see the complete statement of Ramdas Kadam, he is referring to a matter which happened in the Azad Maidan in Mumbai. No, please, listen that thing. Then election commission can issue a notice and Ramdas Kadam will
he's talking about Muslims. He's talking about Muslims.
But in what reference? There was Azad Maidan. No, please listen.
He openly
no, just
give me the chance.
You say he does not speak about Muslims. He says he speaks about Muslims. I have him on tape speaking about Muslims.
I will listen him, no.
But he says these Muslims.
No.
These Muslims. These Muslims.
Who created?
Why don't you say?
Who created riots? Who created riots?
Why don't you?
What is the position of that?
Why don't? No. I have one question. One question. Why does he not say? Why? No. But 1 second. Just get my question. Why does he not say these criminals? Why does he not say these gundas? Why does he not say these lawless elements? Why does he not say these irresponsible people? Why does he say these Muslims?
Because on the name of Muslims.
A sentence.
What was the occasion?
Should I play the tape again?
Just I'm explaining the occasion. I know everything.
What occasion?
The occasion was Azad Maidan, how this riot happened?
Let's get.
There were Rohingya Muslims
no, don't tell me.
Were killed in Myanmar.
No, one second.
And they were organizing a protest in Azad Maidan.
Sir,
no one provoked them. And they what they have done?
You want me to? No, 1 minute.
There is a 302. There is a case filed against IPC 302.
Okay, so Asifa, tell me.
No one has been.
It has been seen by the entire country, Premji, that
Premji, 1 minute.
has been interrogated.
I mean, the whole country
So Ramdas Kadam is just expecting that police will take
it's a vicious speech.
No vicious.
It's an inflammatory
His purpose
speech.
is not vicious.
It's a divisive
deliberate provocation.
It's instigation.
Deliberate instigation.
Please listen, complete speech of Ramdas Kadam.
A sentence.
BKC speech of
मैं play करूँ?
Complete speech, not part of it.
I have no time to play 1 hour of a speech. But I'll tell you one. No.
That will tell the real story.
Prem Shukla, now let me speak, please. आपने कह दिया अपनी बात.
Use that kind of content. Whatever the context, that content is not acceptable.
That is used by every day. Shaji Almi is using the same content. dangerous than that.
No, we
really do not approve of that, even if they are from the NDA or from the Shiv Sena. I think we need to get out of this politics of community.
I think the simple question is, I want to ask Prem Shukla just one question, and then you think about it. Don't answer right now. When the Shiv Sena carries out violence, when you break the law, when you think that you are the bosses,
we never think like that.
Oh, you have thought like that. Now let me complete. I listened to you. You didn't. What happened in February 2010 when you went around vandalizing theatres during the release of My Name Is Khan?
No, it was a protest.
Oh, it was a protest.
So
anyway, when you... Oh, 1 minute, please.
In 1942 also, there was such type of violence under the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi.
When there was a Facebook post that had been put out, and when you went and vandalized and broke a hospital in Palghar, what was that?
All are now with the
No, 1 minute. Now I have a follow-up question. I have a follow-up question. My question is, at that point of time, did anybody say that this is a Hindu act of violence?
No.
No, they didn't, because it was your violence. Today, your leader cannot go and say this is a Muslim act of violence.
It was not called on the Hinduism issue.
Asifa Khan, why was Narendra Modi quiet?
On the issue of Muslim people should be
Mr. Modi
protected.
is not quiet at all in what has been said, and these disgusting utterances coming either from the BJP leaders or from the Shiv Sena.
So these are disgusting utterances.
Mr. Modi has made a very clear stand today morning itself. And remember, yesterday itself, there were Muslims, prominent Muslims from Mumbai itself meeting Mr. Modi before he took his flight. Before he took his flight, and they had their concern expressed, including all the statements said. And you know what Mr. Modi
is the mood of the nation.
And what
the election
Mr. Modi
commission
had to
banned
say.
him for hate speech, your BJP spokesperson Nirmala Sitharaman went on record to say this is a mood of the nation.
Mr. Modi has disapproved of such statements. And why do you call them Muslim writers? Writers are writers for this country.
But you ask, Asifa, 1 minute.
Hindu writers.
No, but one
I think you should be clear on this. There was no issue to bring in this.
No, Asifa.
Absolutely not required when the parties
just one minute. Asifa, 1 minute. Prem Shukla, 1 minute. Prem Shukla and Asifa, 1 minute, please. You see, I am amazed. Ladies and gentlemen, just see what's going on in the TV studio. The BJP and the Shiv Sena openly fighting.
No, we are not fighting.
No, 1 minute.
It's not about political parties fighting. It is about my beliefs.
No, if it is your...
about my belief for my country.
The problem is
you need not address any writer with his religious
what is happening? I just want to say one thing.
There was no point in bringing the
Can I say, Asifa?
We could have gone ahead on the development agenda.
Asifa, Narendra Modi. Your leader who says strong government, stable government, your prime ministerial candidate was present at the MMRDA grounds. I'll show the pictures now. Let me speak. He was sharing the stage with Ramdas Kadam. He was there with Ramdas Kadam when Ramdas Kadam was spewing venom. He was spewing venom. All he managed to do was tweet a generic disapproval of the overall comments made. He didn't even mention Ramdas Kadam. When he spoke after Ramdas Kadam, should he not have made his disapproval known? Would that have sent a stronger message than an impersonal message sent through a tweet? I mean, a Shiv Sena leader comes there, refers to you, says that, when Narendra Modi comes, these elements will be taken care of. And which elements? He says, these Muslims. In other words, and Asifa, 1 minute, you are a Muslim yourself.
Absolute
My question to you is...
Absolute bakwas which is done on the stage.
Bakwas jab ho rahi thi, to Narendra Modi ne kuch kaha kyun nahi?
Mr. Modi had just alighted the stage. He was still settling down. He had a glass of water. Number two, the speech was given in Marathi. And as far as I can understand, Mr. Modi doesn't understand all that Marathi. That is the point. And Arnab, am I to believe?
Well, I believe he started his speech in Marathi.
Am I to believe
Mr. Modi started his speech in Marathi.
The reprimand has to be done in public? Is that a proper way? Is that a proper way and the only way? No. I think he has given a very strong statement and action needs to be taken. That is always Mr. Modi's stand.
That is nothing but a politically correct way to try and appear that, you know, I'm trying to distance myself from it. So it's not about distancing yourself. Mr. Modi is the prime ministerial candidate, for heaven's sake. Your party has already chosen a cabinet. Your party has already changed the bureaucracy. Your party has already written his introductory speech. So you have to act responsibly. Even if you're putting on a big act, please be responsible. Even if it's a farcical performance, be responsible.
No, you are wrong.
You know, 1 minute. He says nothing on Giriraj Singh's statement for over 48 hours.
No, he need not
let me tell you, when this issue becomes, when this issue explodes in the media, when the people in the media talk about it, it becomes a big issue in the social media. Then
you're not holier than thou either.
I'm sorry.
And there is the election commission who is taking charge of all this, taking action. That is very important. And Mr. Modi need not make a remark in public.
With due respect to you, you can't cut ice with this kind of a cosmetic explanation.
Of course, there are people
the whole world,
from a prime ministerial candidate where all his entire parivar is using abusive communal language, one tweet is all that Mr. Modi had to offer.
Congress should be the
is that the way to placate the people?
You know the problem is today. The
way the language the Congress has been using, I think this is the most derogatory language.
No, but 1 second.
Because they are not there to talk on the development of agenda.
A minute, please. This is a very serious matter. Asifa, it doesn't.
Is fought on the agenda of development.
So,
does the Congress
what kind of Asifa? Can I ask you something? Can I ask you something?
Yes, please.
What kind of development is it? Where before a prime ministerial candidate, his ally leader says, and these Muslims burn vehicles, these Muslims vandalize memorials, these Muslims misbehave. These Muslims do all these things, and in Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj's land, when Narendra Modi comes, these elements will be taken care of. And which are these elements? He's talking about these Muslims. He's not saying these criminals. This is a direct and open attempt at intimidating the Muslim community. Just 1 minute, please. Narendra Modi can sometimes assert his authority and tell the Shiv Sena that if your leader makes comments which makes generalizations about the Muslim community, then I will not tolerate it. But Narendra Modi has not said that, and therefore he would have belied the expectations of a lot of people. You understand that? And you see, just because Rahul Narvekar is confused today, and just because Rahul Narvekar does not know, no, 1 minute. Just because Rahul Narvekar, no, I'm not a serious note. You see, the problem is, just because Rahul Narvekar has himself justified all kinds of violence of the Shiv Sena and therefore lacks the moral authority to ask you any questions today, doesn't mean that you are going to be let off.
Give me an opportunity. I've got more than a couple of questions to ask each of your panelists. So give me an opportunity and I'll speak, because every time I try to speak, you raise your right hand and ask me to keep quiet. So stop doing that and I'll answer every question. So number one, first and foremost, I must congratulate and applaud Ms. Asifa Ji's attempt to finally prove that Shiv Sena has been a liability for the BJP, right, since the past. Number one. Number two. So before I continue, let me tell you, if you want to debate on my which party was I in or which party am I in today, then we'll have a separate debate on that. Today I'll debate on the fact or the question you put forth before me.
You said.
Number one. Number two. The kind of language that has been used is not very different. Even in 1992. A lot of Shiv Sena legislatures got into trouble. They were disqualified by the Election Commission, by the Supreme Court for similar language that was used in public speeches. Now, I don't know why has Mr. Modi not come out publicly and criticize this kind of comment. But that doesn't take it too far, especially after what Asifa Ji has said today. She's come out clearly and she said we don't approve and we see this as a major liability. We see this as a major problem between the alliance. And this is one example. This is one example. So Asifa Ji, hats off to you for taking the courage, having the courage.
Language has been used.
Hats off to all for having the courage
from BJP. How is Ramdas Kadam's comment different from that?
No, 1 second. Ladies and gentlemen, see what's happening now. See what's happening. Just a while back. No, please note what's happening. Please note what's happening in the Newshour studio. 1 minute. Please note what's happening in the Newshour studio. 10 minutes back I said that the BJP and its allies are openly fighting. There they are. And now the Congress and its allies are openly fighting on the program.
Yeah, that's a very smart one.
It's not a...
In fact, hang on. In fact, I'm buttressing his statement by saying that the point is...
with due
respect, she's saying she condemns the Shiv Sena. But how is Mr. Ramdas Kadam's comment different from one of Giriraj Singh? How is it different from what Amit Shah says? How is it different from what Praveen Togadia says? It's the same thing. They are all in the same bandwagon. You are in the same boat. You are in the same communal virus.
The question is this, 1 minute. The question is this. What does this Ramdas Kadam mean? He says when Narendra Modi comes, these things will be taken care of. Law and order, 1 minute. It's rubbish for him to talk like that.
He interrogated the accused of the Azad Maidan.
Law and order is a state subject.
So why we should...
Law and order is a state subject.
So we should not...
What exactly does he mean? What does he mean by saying... What does he mean by saying Modi will deal with Muslims?
NCP has...
What does he mean by saying Modi will deal with Muslims? What does he mean by saying Modi will deal with Muslims? What does he mean by saying Modi will deal with Muslims? Modi will deal with Muslims? Has Modi said that to you? How are you saying that on Modi's behalf?
He will deal with criminals.
He said Muslims. He said Muslims.
I'm explaining now. Who are being protected as they are Muslims. They are protected because they are Muslims.
There you are giving the common
My point is...
No, one second. I want to get...
Why Maulana Moin Mia has not been arrested?
Tanveer Sadiq.
He is an accused in a case filed under IPC 302.
I'm saying, please listen to me. A rational, right-thinking, educated, modern politician would say that any, and by the way, I want to get Tanveer Sadiq in, he would say any anti-social elements belonging to any or all communities will be dealt with as per the law. Please, 1 minute. So, 1 second. Instead, what does he say? He said Muslims will be dealt with after Modi comes.
No.
Please, I'll play the mic. Tanveer Sadiq. Because you were with them.
And they've been tried. What was the point in bringing
Tanveer Sadiq.
That is what is hurting us.
Decorum in the debate, I would come in.
Tanveer Sadiq, let him respond just because he's sitting outside.
Let's get to the facts step by step. First of all, when Mr. Narendra Modi tweets, I feel it's the pot calling the kettle black. This is a man who aspires to become the Prime Minister, but first of all, he has a team of these people, Togadia and Girij Raj, one who says that, whoever is against Modi should go to Pakistan. The second one says, has a hate speech against us. Amit Shah again in UP. And then everybody, he has a team of people who are totally polarizing the whole atmosphere around. Number two, what's really amazes me is the fact that we try to expect something from Narendra Modi, while as his own cabinet in Gujarat does not have a Muslim minister. Even in the present mandate, no MP was given, no Muslim was given an MP mandate. So, here, if you are talking about the preamble of the Constitution of India, we say we the people. We don't say Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Christians. So when their Prime Minister itself is not agreeing to the Constitution,
I just want to remind Tanveer Sadiq, and I'm going to the break. Mr. Tanveer Sadiq belongs to a party whose preeminent leader Farooq Abdullah recently... 1 minute, please. Whose preeminent leader Farooq Abdullah recently said, and don't get provoked, I'm going into a break, I'll get your... What did he say? He said, I wish I had guns and bombs. I would have carried out 100 attacks on my political rival.
Where is it? Have you seen the video? Have you seen the video?
I'll tell you one thing. Tanveer Sadiq, I'll tell you one thing.
You haven't seen the video.
I'll tell you one thing.
No.
By the way, let me tell you one more thing. Your governments... I'll now tell you. You know what your government did? Your government's cowardly police force, 25 of them, beat up the Times Now journalist who recorded that speech. He got beaten up and thrashed after that. Your party should be ashamed that it beats up journalists to report the truth. And I'll get your response on the... You did it and you should own up for it. Because there's no reason you can beat up journalists from this channel, but you should have the courage. Farooq Abdullah should have the courage to own up to it after having done it. And no amount of beating up journalists. You can go and tell Awar Abdullah and Farooq Abdullah, go keep thrashing the journalists. They don't care. And you will not intimidate them.
Nobody.
This is a free country. Your government may have got so arrogant that you've forgotten that. And hence, the biggest loose cannon of all is Farooq Abdullah. I'm coming back on the other side of the break. The biggest loose cannon is Farooq Abdullah.
Spokesperson speaking.
Rahul Narvekar is on the back foot for two reasons today. The first reason he's on the back foot is because he's joined a party whose views he contradicted as strongly as he could have till, 3 weeks back?
Well,
2 weeks back. Okay, the second reason he's on the back foot is because the party he now represents is in power in Maharashtra, and that party lacks the courage to even issue an FIR or do anything against Ramdas Kadam. No, my question therefore is the
law, which I don't think you do. We are in the process of an election code of conduct in place. The election commission is at the helm of affairs to issue notices for violation of code of conduct.
Okay, so
and if you don't know these facts, you shouldn't speak so boldly on national television without knowing these facts. Number one. Number two. If you have a problem, you should write to the election commission asking them to serve notices, which I think they have already done, to these leaders, and register a case accordingly.
So
state government is not required to do it at this stage. So get those facts clear first.
So please enlighten us, Mr. Rahul Narvekar. The Indian Penal Code does not apply anywhere in Maharashtra.
Absolutely, it does. Absolutely, it does.
Then tell me,
you are talking about violation of code of conduct. Violation of code of conduct has been committed. I have, at the beginning of your program, I have told you this is nothing different from 1991, where similar speeches were made, where religious sentiments were provoked, and cases have been registered, and Shiv Sena legislatures have had to pay a price for that, including Mr. Subhash Desai, including Mr. Ramesh Prabhu, and so on. So let's not get into all that. This is nothing new for the Shiv Sena. They've dealt with this in the past, and they'll continue committing these mistakes in the future as well.
It happens. It happens very often. No. So 1 second. So you are please understand. So if you want to apprise yourself, update yourself about the law, there's a copy of the Constitution of India. And
I know it very well. I practice it every day. So don't need to teach me about it.
The Indian Penal Code, you want the copy of that?
No, I have it. What provision do you want to know? You ask me, I'll tell you.
Okay, so section 153A.
Yeah.
What does it?
Under 153A, what FIR has to be registered by whom? By the local police station. On whose complaint?
State government. State government there is evidence on record. The state government can't. The state government can't. Do you believe that the state government can't justify if they want?
This is the problem when you're arguing with someone who doesn't understand the law.
Section 153A.
You will have the Shiv Sena. The Shiv Sena will say.
The problem is
Shiv Sena will say this is a political retribution.
Oh, so that's why you won't do it.
No,
that's why you won't do it.
The process has already started. By the way,
I would like to inform.
Praveen Togadia has already got an FIR against him. The election commission has already banned Giriraj.
I would like to inform you. I would like to inform you that yesterday we asked for a reaction from the Chief Minister. Okay? And I would like to inform you that I spoke to the Chief Minister myself. You can check the telephone records. And I told the Chief Minister, will you give a reaction? He said, what did he say? I said, verbatim, this is what Ramdas Kadam said. And the Chief Minister said, okay, let me get back. And then he never got back. And then I don't know why till now a government cannot do anything against a person who openly says that when Modi will come to power, he will teach the Muslims a lesson. I mean, when a Chief Minister is there, is he not there to enforce the law? Is that not an issue I should ask? No, Tanvir, and by the way, Rahul Narvekar.
Can a prime ministerial candidate keep quiet who seems to be ruling, who seems to be governing a secular country? A country which he says who's gone one step forward, who's traveled an extra mile,
what game are you playing?
Who's traveled an extra mile to convince a minority, to give confidence to the minority?
Let us speak.
Is this how you are going to give minority confidence?
One second.
Is this how you are going to give confidence to the minority?
Let her respond. But what game are you playing here tonight? Passing the parcel? You are playing passing the parcel?
Go ahead. Question of passing the parcel. All I can tell you is
the FIR had been registered, the perpetrators of the crime had been booked and they have been tried. But you are being selective. Why? Because
what selective? Let us speak. What selective? It is your alliance partner who's put you in the dock.
Definitely.
You first deal with them.
We are
you first deal with them. You first keep your house in order before pointing
Not everyone together. Not everyone. One at a time.
You need to sort your house in order. It is very evident the problem between the Shiv Sena and the BJP. Finally today, you've had the courage. I have already complimented you. Finally, you've had the courage to come on national television and condemn your alliance partner and the games they've been playing. So I congratulate you for that. But that does not take it any further from the fact. It does not take it any further from the fact that Mr. Modi, who's a prime ministerial candidate, needs to come out strongly. Even against parties who are in alliance.
He has come out with strong words.
Just a minute. 1 minute.
And he has come out with real strong words.
Just a minute. You know why are you? You see, 1 second.
Khan, he comes out with a strong word and that's it?
Yes, Tanvi Sadiq.
You should.
Let him speak.
He aspires to be the Prime Minister and there's just small little words and that's it. I mean, Giriraj says go to Pakistan. Is this what we expect? Or the new guy?
Mr. Modi has condemned that. And he said it was not required. You should understand that there are certain elements who want to bring embarrassment.
Asifa, hear him, Asifa. Yes, Tanvi.
Is this the least? I mean, just saying that this was not required, that's all his job is done. You are trying to project him as the Prime Minister of the secular India, of India which has diversity, unity and diversity.
Let me answer both your questions. You were there. You were there talking about Mr. Thackeray.
Let me
come with the answers. Let me come with your answers.
If Mr. Modi is secular, then Adolf Hitler was a philanthropist. I don't think we need to make a correction.
I cannot shout, but let me answer.
I don't think we need to give certificates of secularism to any leader.
Of course.
Mr. Modi can give his own version, we'll give our version. But the point is, Mr. Modi today is the prime ministerial candidate of the NDA. NDA, or I don't know about the Shiv Sena, but BJP accepts that this is a secular country. If BJP, let me complete. Asifa ji, let me complete.
You don't want to take action? Why? Because it doesn't suit you.
Let me complete.
You want all this embarrassment to come on Mr. Modi? We are there to condemn. And about Mr. Thackeray, speaking about Mr. Thackeray, right? Thackeray is an agent of the Congress.
Asifa, can I say?
Agent of the Congress. He's been playing Congress in state assembly election. Yes, he is.
With due respect, that's the most absurd.
That is the fact, and you and me and the nation knows it.
Ridiculous. You were playing.
You utilized Thackeray because you want.
Is being endorsed by Mr. Modi in Gujarat. No, I'm sorry, you can't make such wild and ridiculous allegations. He's from the Vishwa Hindu Parishad, which is part of your larger Sangh Parivar, the larger...
Let him respond to you.
Who was
1 minute, let me finish.
Asifa, just a minute. I want to say one thing to the viewer. 1 minute. No, Sanjay.
No, 1 minute. The very fact that Mr. Narendra Modi is the prime ministerial candidate, the very fact that Amit Shah is the number 2 of the BJP is enough of a manifestation of the communal face of the
party. Now can I say something?
And therefore Giriraj Singh is getting inspired by Mr. Modi.
Can I say two things without being interrupted now, please? You've all spoken. Two things I'll say without being interrupted. And Rahul Narvekar, don't interrupt me. Two things are clear to me tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The first thing which is clear to me is that Rahul Narvekar really wants to impress a man called R.R. Patil, who besides being the Home Minister who has refused to act against Ramdas Kadam is also one of the senior leaders of the party which he has just been exported or imported to. So that's point number one. Point number two is we have a number of political leaders on this channel today talking about somebody who essentially targets Muslims and says when Narendra Modi comes, he will settle things. Now, what is common between all the parties tonight? That all of them are passing the buck. And that when a communal statement has been made, some defend it, some refuse to act, and some question those who refuse to act but will do nothing themselves. What will that situation therefore amount to? Ramdas Kadam has faced no action for his comments. I will play out his comment once again before I go into the break. But this is time to think what this election has come down to. If this man said this and gets away, will it encourage others to say worse? Well, if he won't get away, your government is to do something. It's done nothing. The NCP Congress government has done nothing so far.
Arnav, I can tell you, you as an individual and as a citizen can go and file an FIR. Why don't you do it? Why don't you do it? Why are you pointing fingers at everyone else?
Because there is a government that has been elected.
Something so drastically wrong. Because I understand it.
This is wonderful.
Election Commission is.
This is wonderful. This is nuance. I just want to say one thing to Rahul Narvikar. Rahul, I would beseech you, because if you have run out of arguments today, please don't start saying ridiculous things.
What's so ridiculous?
You have a government.
As a citizen, anyone can file an FIR.
This is by the way, this is where the discussion has gone to, where political parties say if the media has a problem, let the media do the job. We can do nothing.
The government is doing its job. The government has already done what it has to.
Rahul Narvikar, I disagree.
They don't need to tell you before filing.
I disagree. Where's the FIR? Where's the action? We'll have to get Ramdas Kadam and get his reaction to your arguments tonight.
You'll hear from the government very shortly.
We hope we do that. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on that debate on the Newshour tonight.